All right, everybody, welcome back to another deep dive. Today we're headed straight to Pakistan, Lahore specifically.
Okay.
Now, I gotta say, I am super pumped for this one because Lahore is supposed to be just absolutely incredible.
Oh yeah, it's a really special place.
Like when you hear people talk about it, it's like more than a city. It's like, it's a
Yeah,
feeling.
absolutely.
Our source even mentions this famous slogan, Lahore, Lahore, which basically means Lahore is Lahore.
Yeah.
But it goes beyond that, doesn't it?
You know, it's hard to describe until you've been there,
Yeah.
but there's this energy,
Yeah.
this spirit that's so unique to Lahore.
Okay, so let's start with like the history of Lahore because it goes way back, right?
Right, yeah, thousands of years.
Our source really emphasizes like the Mughal period. Can you talk about that a little bit?
So the Mughal Empire, that was like a huge deal in South Asia.
Yeah.
Like we're talking 16th and 19th century.
Okay,
And Lahore was like right in the heart of it all.
right at the center.
Yeah, and these emperors,
Yeah.
Akbar, Jahangir, Shah Jahan, they weren't just rulers, you know?
Right.
They were big on art and architecture, like patrons of the arts.
Huge patrons, right?
Huge, and their legacy is like everywhere in Lahore. I mean, you see it in the Badshahi Mosque.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask about. That's like one of the most iconic landmarks, right?
That's incredible.
Like our source says the courtyard can hold 100,000 worshippers.
That's how big it is.
That's just wild to think about.
It really is.
So, I mean, obviously tourists go there, right? You got to see that.
Oh yeah, it's a must-see.
But are there any like lesser known places that you think are really cool that people might not know about?
Yeah, you know what I would say? Like, while those big sites are amazing, like
Uh-huh.
the Lahore Fort,
Yeah.
the Shalimar Gardens, those are UNESCO World Heritage Sites.
Wow.
But if you really want to like get a feel for the city, you
Yeah.
gotta go to the walled city.
Like,
Get lost in those nary streets, see the Havelis, those old mansions. That's where you really feel like the essence of Lahore, you know?
okay, so we've talked history a little bit.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, the food in Lahore has got me really intrigued
Oh, yeah.
because our source describes it as like a foodie paradise.
It is.
So like paint me a picture. What's the food scene like?
Okay, so imagine like walking down these bustling streets,
Okay.
aromas hitting you from every direction. You got nihari.
Nihari, what's that?
It's like a slow-cooked meat stew,
Oh.
super flavorful, like melts in your mouth.
Okay.
Then you got hawa puri.
Okay.
That's a breakfast thing, sweet and savory. And then for the adventurous,
Yeah.
you gotta try taka-tak.
What is that?
It's a street food.
Okay.
Spicy, a little bit tangy.
That sounds amazing.
It's good.
Okay, so we've got ancient history, incredible food, but Lahore is also a modern city.
Right.
So how does it kind of balance those two things?
You know, it's really interesting. You
Yeah.
have the old city, obviously,
Yeah.
but then you have areas like Goldberg and DHA, which are like these modern hubs, upscale restaurants, shopping malls, tech companies.
So it's like a blend of both.
Absolutely. It's a city that's moving forward but still honors its past.
And that's kind of what I'm getting from this source, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's this mix of old and new,
Exactly.
but it all comes together to create this like special feeling.
Yeah, and don't forget the education side, too.
Oh, right, yeah.
Places like LUMS Punjab University, they attract students from all over. Like, there's this intellectual energy, too.
So much to explore. I feel like we've only just scratched the surface.
Yeah, there's so much more.
But it's clear that Lahore is a city that has something for everyone.
Yeah, definitely.
From history buffs to foodies to people who just want to experience a vibrant culture.
And you know, at every corner you turn, there's something new. A new story waiting to be discovered.
That's a great way to put it. So listener, what part of Lahore are you most drawn to? Would it be the Mughal architecture or the bustling food streets or maybe the modern side of the city? Whatever it is, just remember Lahore, Lahore. It's more than just a place, it's a feeling. And hopefully one day you can experience it for yourself.
I hope so.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive to Lahore, and we'll see you next time.